Today I'm going to introduce something to you called Read, Plan, Write. When it comes to iStep, there's always a writing prompt. Here are 6 easy steps you can follow. 1. Read the prompt. 2. Do FAT-P. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. 3. Set up your plan. 4. Read the article attached to the prompt. 5. As you read the article, complete the information in your plan. 6. Finally, the last step, type your essay, letter, or story based on your plan that you created. So the FAT-P strategy, you're going to be able to read and analyze a writing prompt using the FAT-P strategy when we're done. You'll know you have it when you can identify the format, audience, topic, and purpose of a writing prompt. So FAT-P is all about what is the prompt asking me to do. The F stands for format. What form will I be writing? Am I writing an essay? Am I writing a letter? Am I writing a story? Next, who will be reading my writing? Who is my audience? A is audience. Am I writing the school board, the principal, a friend? If it does not say in the writing prompt who you're writing to, just assume it's a test reader. T is topic. What am I writing about? P is the purpose. What is my job as a writer? Is my job to persuade you, to inform you, or to entertain you? If you notice on the right-hand side, author's purpose comes in a pie shape, if you think of it that way. So is my job to persuade you, try to convince you to do something, or am I trying to get you to believe the same way that I believe? Inform, am I giving you information about a topic? Or do I just want to entertain you, tell you a story? FAT-P. Again, what is the prompt asking me to do? Format, audience, topic, purpose. For this first writing prompt, I'm going to show you how to do FAT-P. You're just going to watch what I do, pay attention. You do not need to do anything for this one. So the title is Life in Other Countries. I'm first going to read the prompt. That is the first step. Then I'm going to do FAT-P and show you how we do FAT-P. That's my second step. So I'm going to read the prompt. You just read an article on people who live in Africa. Write an informational essay that describes how and where the people live, their customs, and how they make a living. Also, include why or why not you would not want to live there. Be sure to use evidence from the article to support your ideas. Be sure to include a description of how and where the people live, description of their customs and how they make a living, why or why not you would not want to live in that country, and then an introduction, a body, conclusion to your essay. So I've read the prompt. Now I get to do FAT-P. So I'm just going to write out the word, the letters, FAT-P. F, format. So what am I writing? It says right here, I'm going to write an informational essay. Next, who is my audience? Well, it doesn't say write an essay to your teacher or an essay to the principal or a friend. So since it doesn't say, then I know I am just going to be writing to a test reader. Next step, topic. What am I writing about? Well, it says up here, I'm going to describe how and where people live, customs, and make a living in Africa. Include why or why not you would want to live there. Okay? So my topic is African life. You could also say life in Africa. So a topic is usually just a couple words or a phrase. Really, really basic. Finally, my purpose. What is my purpose? I know my purpose is to inform, persuade, or entertain. So as I look through my prompt again, it says write an informational essay. So I am informing people about Africa. There we go. Fat P. All right, moving on to the next one. So this one you're actually going to do with me. We're going to do it together. I'm going to mark on the prompt. You won't be able to do that on iStep, but you will have paper in front of you. So you will read the prompt on the screen, and then you will write Fat P down on scrap paper. So here we go. My first step, read the prompt. You just read an article on how the U.S. celebrated its bicentennial 200-year birthday in 1976. In the year 2026, the United States will have its 250th anniversary party. What do you imagine that celebration will be like? Write a letter to the future President of the United States describing some of the activities you would like to see planned for the celebration. Describe how the 250th birthday celebration would be similar and different from the 200th birthday celebration. Be sure to include evidence from the article to support your opinion. Be sure to include a brief description of the 1976 bicentennial celebration, how the U.S.'s celebration of its 250th birthday will be similar and different from the 200th birthday celebration. And of course, have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion to your letter. So here we go. On your paper, you're going to do the same as me. So Fat P. All right. Form. What am I writing? Am I writing an essay, a story? What am I actually writing? Let's think about this as I go through my prompt, and I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm looking. Oh, it says right there, write a letter. So I am going to write a letter. Who is my audience? It says right here, write a letter to the future President of the United States. So for my audience, I'm just going to go short, President of U.S. So it's future President of the United States or President of the United States. At least it's enough for me to know when I start writing. What is my topic? Well, I'm going to give ideas on how the United States can celebrate its 250th anniversary party. So I'm going to say the U.S.'s 250th B-Day. Okay? My purpose. Am I entertaining? Am I informing? Or am I persuading? This one is a little difficult. So I'm trying to give good ideas to the president, and I want him to have my ideas and use them. And I'm also describing some of the activities that I want to see planned. And when you describe, you're informing. I'm also describing how the birthday celebration is similar and different. So even though I might persuade him or try to convince him to like my ideas, it never says persuade in my writing prompt. It talks about describing a lot. So I'm basically informing the president of different ideas for the 250th birthday celebration. All right, final one. You are actually going to do this on your own. So read the prompt. You're going to go through, do Fat P on your paper that you have in front of you, and tell me what form will you be writing. Who's the audience? What's the topic? And what's the purpose? To entertain, to persuade, or to inform? Go ahead now and do this part. You may pause the video right now. All right, so now you're going to check your answers. Go ahead and pause the video. There are colored pencils on both the west and east counters. You're going to grab a colored pencil. The next slide will give you the answers to the last prompt you were supposed to complete on your own. Be honest, use integrity. Do not look at the answers until you have written down your own answers. With your colored pencil, you're going to make any corrections. So once you go to the next slide where all the answers are, Make any corrections with your colored pencil so I can see what you did on your own and what you had to look at the slide for. Then you're going to take your corrected paper to Mrs. Turner. Me. Ha! I will let you know if you can move on to the next video once I look at your fat P that you did on your own. All right, here's the answers. Go ahead and correct anything with your colored pencil. Again, be honest. I want to see what you wrote and then your corrected answer. I want to see both. Go ahead when you're done. Take this up to me, Mrs. Turner, and I will double check and see how you did.